Yo, what's up, guys? It's me, it's your boy Zeladon, and today I've got 5 tips for you that should improve your World of Kings gaming experience. First tip has to do with auto combat. It seems to always turn itself on in this game, so here's what you can do to permanently turn it off. So first we're going to go over here to all our little buttons, click on the system menu in the bottom right corner, and then go down to our auto combat settings on the bottom left here. And then here you have the default settings. You can actually just go ahead and turn all these off from here if you like. But I like to keep the default settings on, and I made my own settings called off here. I just enable off and then everything's turned off. So even when the game goes to actually turn it on, and it will turn it on while you have this setting on, but obviously you won't do anything because all of the options are turned off. So that's the way to kind of pseudo permanently turn off auto combat. So even when the game does turn on auto combat, you're still not going to do anything. Tip number 2 has to do with weddings. Wedding parades and banquets can be very profitable for everyone involved. Always pay attention to the event notices below your minimap, and when you see flower parade or banquet pop up, it's usually worth it to drop what you're doing and go take part if you can. There are a couple different types of parades and banquets. You'll either have to follow a car or airstrip around, and the trick is to watch out for these purpley pink diamonds that will come flying out and be the first to pick them up, as they are worth 5 to 10 blue diamonds each. During the banquets, there's a buff that gives you tainted energy slowly over the course of 10 minutes, and you also have a few daily quests you can do. And in some banquets, you have a pink and blue circle you have to stand in to get some extra buffs and rewards. And don't forget to actually get into the banquet. You have to click on the banquet icon that pops up just above the chat while you're in the city center, because they take place in a separate instance. Alright, now tip number 3 has to do with the chamber shop. This is a very, very important thing. So first we click on our shop up here, go into the chamber section. This stuff in here is probably some of the most important stuff that you should be looking at and buying every day. So usually on the left side here you have 3 really nice items that only cost your normal currency. I'm not sure even what this is called with the K. We'll just call it the K currency. So usually you go through and buy all these. These are usually for like your archaeology type stuff. They raise your stats a little bit. Always worth buying. And then you have usually random stuff over here. Today we have some enchanting stuff and sigil shard bags. And these cost diamonds, and they're also very much worth buying. At least the crafting stuff is. The sigil shard bags, I don't really think that's worth buying per se, because it's pretty random. So even if you do get sigil shards, you have to re-roll the shard into a random sigil, and it's just too much RNG involved. So you might get a sigil that's completely useless for you. So I usually avoid those, but everything else in here is usually very, very good to buy. Okay, tip number 4 also has to do with shopping. So we go back into our shop screen here, but this one has to do with guilds as well. So if you're not in a guild, you should be in one, because there's just so many benefits of being in a guild. So we go in our shop, click supply on the right, and click on the guild tab. And here you have lots and lots of good stuff that you should be buying every day. If you haven't bought the Sacred Alchemist yet, that's the very first thing you should buy. You can only buy one of them, of course, but yeah, go ahead and buy your Sacred Alchemist. And then this also depends on the size of your guild, because some of these things you can only buy once you hit, you have a shop building in your guild castle area, and you have to upgrade it. There's like level 1, level 2, level 3, and I believe ours is level 3 now, so we have access to all of the things now, but some things you only get access to at certain levels. But anyway, once you get to level 3, the most important things to buy here are energy essences and serenity. If you're a mage, energy essences, and this is something you really have to pay attention to, because if you haven't paid attention, certain class skills are upgraded with certain types of shards or essences. So, for example, roaring shards is for warriors, fighters, and rogues. Life shards is for clerics, paladins, and archers. And then serenity shards are for wizards, mages, and dark sages. So make sure you're not buying the wrong types of shards. Anyway, so buy all the shards that are appropriate for your class. Buy all the energy essences, the booklets, the outlines, the basic emblems. I don't know. Basic emblems aren't that as important, but they're still pretty important. Basically, buy everything you can in here within reason, but I think like having enough guild contribution, I don't think it's 100% possible to get everything every day. So the main focuses should be the shards and essences, the booklets, and the outlines, in my opinion. So essences, shards, booklets, outlines, you should be buying every day, and then whatever else you can fit in here, go ahead and buy meditation scrolls or cultivation pills or emblems if you like. And last but not least, tip number 5 has to do with subclasses. So it seems like a lot of people aren't aware that you can change your subclass after level 40 if you decide you don't really like what you have. So first of all, we go into our skill menu here and then go down to transfer. And then you can see the other subclasses that are available for your particular profession. So you just go into here. If you want to change to, for example, I'm a mage, I can change to Arcane Scholar here, or Crystal Shaper. It does cost money though. It costs diamonds. You have to have these Book of Awakenings to change, which cost 100 diamond each, and then you can change. And then after that, you might have to change your gear up a bit, because you're obviously if you're playing a different role like I am, I'm playing a battle mage, which is a tank. Once I do transfer to a Crystal Shaper, most of my gear is going to be still the tank gear that I'm wearing. And in this case, you kind of want to be holding on to other types of gears with different types of stats. So crit and attack stats if you're changing from tank to DPS and that sort of thing. So yeah, that's pretty simple how you can do that. You just go in here, and then yes, say for example I want to go to unlock this, and you don't have the Books of Awakenings. It will tell you that you can just spend the 200 diamonds from this screen to transfer your class if you like to. All right, and that's it. Those are the 5 tips I have for you guys. Hopefully at least one of them helped somebody out there. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and all that stuff. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. See you guys next time in the next video. Peace.